Paul was given 35 years from his radical conversion moment with Jesus on the road all the way to the late 60s, possibly 67, 66 AD. This is what we know from history. This is one of the authoritative students of history have said that Paul was beheaded in Rome at the hand of Nero, along with a mass execution of other Christians as a result of these great fires that took place in Rome in 65. Great fires in 65. Paul was beheaded in probably 67, 66. Do you know when this letter that we're reading right now that's on the screen, do you know when this was written? 67 or 66. The same year that Paul went to his death. Begs the question, what is your last letter going to say? If you believe what Scripture says, that life is not guaranteed, that no one knows the day or the hour of Christ's return, that today could be our last. If you believe what the Bible suggests, then don't we all have to sit and pray and process this week around this question? This day? We need to process this day. What is the last letter of our lives going to say? How's it going to read? In fact, some months ago, I can't say specifically when, I asked myself the same question, I thought about the same exercise, like for my kids. What would the letter look like? I was thinking about my kids, like maybe I could have this discipline. Again, never enough time in the day, right? But what if I had this discipline of like every year on my kid's birthday, writing them a letter as if it were my last, if I kicked the bucket. I know that's kind of morbid, but again, I get that from the Bible. Has led me to think that way. I don't know, you never know. So maybe I just write them this kind of summary statement. And what might the content and character of that letter be? I just gave one kid as an example, my firstborn Levi, who is, for reference to you, I'm just going to read this letter, but for reference to you, he's 12 years old, he's in his third season of flag football. That's kind of one of his passions. Hey, Levi, keep working on your hand strength and your footwork, and remember to get to that first down marker next time. Great job washing and loading the dishes each night. I finally don't have to remind you 15 times to do it on your own. Levi, I'll never forget your long legs, your strong blonde locks, and the fact that this last October you built 3 massive Star Wars Lego sets. Maybe you don't have kids, by the way. Maybe you're a young adult. Put yourself in the shoes of what you're going to hear. Or maybe you're expecting kids, you pray for kids one day, then this is a setup for that day. Maybe you're parents of young adults. Well, fine. Let me adjust it for your college-age young adult child. Son, I'm so proud of you for finishing college. You've now proven yourself as an expert paper writer and quiz taker. Daughter, congratulations getting that job fresh out of college. Who does that? I know you feel a little dead inside because the job doesn't necessarily fit any of your skills, but hang in there. In time, you may be promoted, and in about 30 more years after that, you might be able to afford that house you always wanted. Son or daughter, congratulations on getting married this year. I understand that your wife or husband is not a believer, but at least they graduated from a great school, have a great job, and are on track to owning that home you always wanted. Now listen, I understand this is kind of cynical and deeply personal for some. Here's what I want you to hear. Not shame, but inspiration. That for whatever stage you're in, a young adult, and that young adult note is for you, a parent of young kids, a parent of older kids, that tomorrow's not guaranteed, so what's our inspiration for leaning into them and the people that they're becoming? Like, is that the letter that we want? Is that it? That ain't it. No, man. We want to be like, Levi, dude, I know you only got 1 yard on that down, but bro, when you turned around and reached down to help up that kid you knocked over, I wanted to charge the field and put you on my shoulders right now. Because that's high character athletics. Levi, when you spoke so respectfully to that other parent the other day, and then that parent went out of their way to tell me about it, dude, yes, dude. That is our family name. That's what it looks like to wear the family name. Levi, when you came to our room last night and openly confessed that you were battling the lies of the enemy, dude, I was ready to link arms with you and charge the gates of hell together. And there's no man I'd rather be fighting side by side with than you right now. Which letter would you rather get? Which letter would you rather get? A letter filled with pragmatism and worldly goals? Or a letter of a life set on fire for the gospel?